Hey everyone, so I had talked about making a video. Let's get some more light on in here. I had talked about making a video cleaning amethyst. So I got this piece of amethyst here. It's got a little bit of purple in there. See that right there? But there's also a lot of rust and iron that we can get out of there. Look at how irony that is. We should be able to get most of that out. Also, this piece here, that can be shined up really, really nice. This rust can be removed from the amethyst. Rust is a crucial part of the amethyst formation, but it can be cleaned off afterwards. Also, this piece here, we're going to try to clean these pieces. So we're going to let them soak for 12 hours. If it still doesn't work, we'll let them soak for 24 hours in CLR rust remover. So it says in the instructions of CLR, you do 50-50, 50% this, 50% water into a bucket. So we're going to go ahead, take that really big piece, cram it in there, the smaller piece, that little one, another little one, and we're going to give it a shot. If this turns out well, we might even try to clean up this, because you can get this to look as purple as what's inside of it. Or like this. You can get it to look really beautiful. When you go into a store that sells rocks, they look absolutely beautiful. It's because they took the time scrubbing and scrubbing with rust remover, and it will increase the value by 4s. So we're going to go ahead, 50% this, 50% water. So I'm going to go ahead and start by pouring 2 of these into the bucket. Then I'm going to fill them with water and pour that in. And that should cover it. I don't think we're going to need all 4. And if this turns out very nice and successful, I'm going to go to Home Depot and see if they probably have a gallon for cheaper. These were $5 a piece at Walmart. But they should have a gallon if I go to like the Home Depot. And we'll have to soak this, and I have an even bigger one I'll try soaking. Now you don't want to have the concentrate too high, you also don't want it to sit too long, because supposedly that can damage it. 24 hours is supposedly the magic number, so let's start this. I just opened 2 of them. I have never used CLR in my life, but I swear that smells like pancake syrup or maple syrup. It smells really, really sweet. It looks like antifreeze. Alright, so we're probably going to definitely need 2 of them. So we got 1. Oh wow, that really does, in my opinion, smell like pancake syrup. Okay, another one. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill both these up with water. And we'll pour that in here, and I'll shake up the bucket a little bit if anyone wants to see. I'll make sure that focuses in. Alrighty. Alright, is that going to cover it? Almost. We're not going to add another one of those. We're going to just go ahead and add 1 more of these, because I don't think it was all the way full. I stopped filling when suds started coming out, so I don't think it was all the way full. See that? It doesn't feel full. It really doesn't. Yeah, it's definitely not full. See how there's nothing coming out already? Yeah. Definitely wasn't full. I was getting a lot of suds, and it's got like 1/4 of an inch. It's almost underwater. Almost. We'll just make sure that's completely covered up, and then we'll stop. Yeah, look, it's just okay. It's under now. I'm gonna make sure that's all around in there. Ooh, the aquarium light shut off. It's nighttime. That should do it. We're all under the water. That's very slippery. I think that smells really, really good, this stuff. But, alright, we'll see you tomorrow. Alright everyone, it's the next day. I'm definitely not going to throw out that solution. That cost a lot. They're going to go back in there to soak for another day. So this is about 12 or 14 hours. I do see improvement, like on the small one. I do see improvement on this one. That rust is stubborn, very stubborn on this piece. I just spent a good 20 minutes dipping, because that brush is a lot of work. I'm just here doing this. I just spent like 20 minutes on these pieces. That rust is really, really in there. So the question is that actually helping? I don't know. I'm gonna set that back on the charger and we'll try this again maybe after a day or two. But they're all gonna go back into the bucket and soak right now. Is it making a difference? Not really. These pieces, not really. These two, I see improvement. I think it's got to sit a lot longer. All right, it's another day. It's been in there probably 36 hours. Let's go ahead, put them back in the sink. Let's go ahead and put the battery back on our drill and see if this works. All right, I went ahead and rinsed them off. Now we're gonna try scrubbing again, and if this doesn't work, which doesn't look like it's really working at all. Some people had good luck with the CLR. Now we're going to try a different product. I'm going to head out to the store and buy Super Iron Out. Some of the reviews say that the CLR I shouldn't even be using because it could damage the stone. I do see mild improvement, but we're going to try the other one. Because at the time of starting this video, I didn't realize that people had better reviews with the other stuff. I just started with CLR because that's what the mine told us to use. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that I really need to remove rust on, so we're gonna have to just go ahead and dump that. I'm not putting it into my septic tank. I'm gonna, I guess, just bring it outside and dump it out on the driveway because I don't know what else to do with that. But very minimal results, so we're gonna try Iron Out, which looks like it has better results. Alright everyone, that other stuff didn't work, so now we're going to try Iron Out, which tells you to use 1/3 cup per gallon of warm water. We're going to fill this up with a couple gallons, probably put a little more than we needed. It's very dusty. The dust smells good, but you probably shouldn't be breathing that in. So we're going to go ahead, put some nice warm water in there, put our rocks in there, let it sit overnight, and we're going to try to scrub them. Reviews say that this works better with Iron Out instead of CLR, so let's give it a try. Supposedly this is a little less harmful but works better. CLR supposedly can damage these if you leave it in there too long. We'll give this a try, 12 hours, then 24 hours, see if anything happens. Look at it sizzle as if it's carbonated. Cool looking. That's hot water. Very hot water. Can't even touch it, it's so hot. I'm gonna put everything in there into our sizzly, bubbly solution. See if it does anything by morning. Okay, everything is submerged. When that water cools, I'll agitate it and shake it around. I think we're pretty well stirred. Go ahead and put that under the sink. We'll deal with that in the morning. Make sure, yep, all submerged. Good to go. See y'all in the morning. It is morning and I actually see improvements with these stones. So the stuff I bought yesterday, the iron out, costs the same amount as the 4 containers of the other stuff, but it's highly concentrated. We barely used any of it. We could keep on using this. So this is definitely, I can tell you, the better thing already. These stones already look amazing. You remember how much iron was on this piece last night? It was insanity. It looks beautiful this morning. It sat for 12 hours. Wow. This really worked. This really worked. I didn't even have to scrub. I literally didn't have to scrub these one bit, and it came out amazing. This actually smells like a porta potty after it sat overnight, in my opinion anyways. It smells kind of gross, actually. Kind of smells like urine now that it sat overnight. It smelled kind of sweet like candy last night, but I would say it has changed. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to reuse this. I'm going to pour this into a Tupperware bin, add some water, add some chemical, and I want to try putting my massive piece in there for 12 hours, and we're going to see how it looks tonight. So, look right here. We have got a Tupperware bin actually right here. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I got one outside that's covered in algae. Who knows, the chemical might actually help me clean it, but we'll get to that in a moment. We are gonna try to make these a little bit better, but I can't believe how good they actually look right now. So we'll run the water a little bit. This is a mystery faucet. Look at this. I showed this to a plumber and they don't know why. I'll turn it on and it will slowly shut off. At first they thought as the hot water got hotter something was shrinking, but it's clearly scalding hot already. And I'll turn it on, it'll do it again. It'll shut off again. We don't know why, but you got to adjust it a couple times. I'm not sure if it actually needs scrubbing. It honestly doesn't seem like it does, but we will. Honestly, I don't think that the drill is really helping at all. This just sitting overnight made it amazing. You remember what this rock looked like when we first started? Yeah, it looks way, way better. Remember how bad some of the rust was in these white cavities? It was bad. It got so much better. We could probably soak it for longer and get rid of some of these stains, but that really, really helped. Can't believe it. We're just going to leave them in here so they can dry, and then I'll put them away. And this piece here, remember what this one looked like? That was so irony. It looks beautiful now. And this one, shined up. We increased the value of these probably 4 over just by using that chemical. Because these ones had so much iron in them, they were really cheap, and this really, really worked. Alright, we're going to try that really big piece. Alright everyone, so check out this piece here. That's got a good amount of iron all over it. We're going to let this sit until the evening. Can you see that? Look at all the iron in some of those crystals. Now this is a fragiler piece. You see there's little pieces of it actually falling on the ground. So we're going to go ahead, put it into this. Maybe it'll get rid of all this red algae from you too. Put it in here. It's really big, so it doesn't even fit in there flat, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and pour some more of this on top of it. Yeah, that's a big piece. We need more water. And we're going to add a little bit more. A lot more. Even more. Probably not good to breathe that dust in, even though it smells good. Stay away from it. But we're going to put more water in there right now. Yeah, get away from your dust. Alright, is that enough? It's sizzling again, just like last night, as if it's carbonated. I still don't think we got enough water. A little bit more. This is going to be really pretty tonight. Look at our bubbly concoction. Is that enough? Pretty much. Oh yeah, look at the algae came right off. It doesn't like that bubbly concoction, but I think we did good. And I'll show you what that looks like in 12 hours. I bet that will look absolutely beautiful with no scrubbing. Yeah, that algae came right off. It doesn't like that. See how it's bubbling into it? Really good product, I guess. This is really good stuff. Is my camera lens dirty? Not really. Okay. So, if you're doing what I'm doing, buy this. Don't listen to anyone that says this works better, because according to the internet, this could actually damage your rocks. Sat in this for 36 hours, did nothing. Sat in this for 12 hours and did everything. So these right here, I got the receipt. I'm going to return those to the store. I have no use for them. Nothing. But this is amazing. I bet this would work really good for its intended purpose too, cleaning toilets. Or my shower. But I'll see you guys tonight. 12 hours. So we don't waste our bubbly concoction. I'm also going to put this one in. This will make a great before and after. Look at that. Look at those iron-filled crystals. Watch them turn purple by tonight. Boop. Alright everyone. It's been about 9 hours and I think we can take them out at this point. It's that time of the year again. It's actually a very warm day. The ladybugs can sense that we got a couple of deep freezes coming this week. And this is very little actually, because we're down in the basement. Upstairs, some of the lights have literal hundreds of them. So, we come down here, and I already see great improvement. Some of that's just not dark, but it looks like we got rid of the rust. The biggest one that's going to be the revealer is that little guy. I was looking at it earlier. That might come out if we let it soak longer, but that's a big improvement compared to what it looked like before. So what do you think? Big improvement, right? And I threw a bunch of other random ones in there that made them look a bit better. But I'm not even going to try scrubbing them, because you saw earlier in the video it didn't do too much. It didn't really do much of anything, but these look a lot better. Look at that really tiny amethyst on there. Not too much to really show you before and after on that, but let's get the big piece out of there. So this one here, I got just about everything out, so we'll rinse that. We will rinse this, and we'll rinse this one too. That one, in my opinion, has even a green tint to it. But I want to get the big one out of here. I think we'll let this one soak maybe even longer, but already a good difference. Let's go ahead and grab the drill actually real fast. You see, it really doesn't do anything. So I think I'll let that one soak probably overnight or something. Oh my gosh, that improved. Wow. Here's what it looked like before. And here's what it looks like now. Look at that beautiful dark purple that was covered up by rust earlier. That looks amazing. Here's another angle. Some of that is just lighter, but it got rid of all the rust shading. All right, let's give that a better rinse and we'll go put that on my shelf. I decided I'm not gonna keep them over here. We'll start occupying these shelves for all our cleaned rocks. And we got a lot of other rocks in here too. This barrel's full of Cape Cod rocks. This one's full of amethyst. These are full of Fife Lake from Saskatchewan rocks. This one here is full of British Columbia rocks. No. Actually, that's also Saskatchewan. There's a couple, just a few British Columbia ones mixed in, but I know what they look like. We actually got them out of Glacier Waters. They're really beautiful, actually, but over here, those came out really nice with the rust remover. And I found this shelf over here free on the side of the road. See, someone tried to sell it for just $4 at their tag sale. It's painted for like a little girl's room, but I don't mind. This is a very strong shelf that we could put a whole bunch of rocks on, actually. That actually came out amazing. Look at how dark and beautiful and purple that looks. But it can be fragile. See, pieces do break off. And there's a bunch of little shards in here. Wow, some of these have really got rid of the fogginess. Maybe if I let them soak longer, they could improve even more. But I am very impressed with how this one over here turned out. And we also got, so these barrels here will be available. We'll be able to, these are on stage 4. They should be completely done by Friday. So we'll have 2 barrels ready to use. This one is gonna switch to 4th step on Friday, so in 2 weeks we'll have that one. This one's got nearly a month to go at least, maybe even 6 weeks. Found this really beautiful one today. Looks like it's got green quartz or something mixed into the granite. I think that'll shine up really nice. This one also I'm gonna give the chance. I like how it has some circles in it. But we also are gonna maybe at the end of the month take another trip to the beach of Maine. Maybe they'll have some different stuff too. But I hope today's video was interesting, and maybe I'll shine up my even bigger piece that I have upstairs. We'll need that bigger one to put that in there. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day. We'll be back with the aquarium video soon. Their ick treatment tomorrow is going to be the last day because we're about to run out. I'll make a video of us doing partial water changes in a couple days to get the medication completely out of the water. This is also brackish, so we'll reduce that back to completely fresh water. I think we cured the tank. Also, we'll have another video coming up at some point soon. We're gonna see how they do. The crayfish likes eating the snails off slowly, so I bought 50 snails on Amazon. They are much cheaper, and they're all going to be different colors. If they eat some of them, so be it, but I really want them to start reproducing. The small ones will be like the size of pepper. Someone was saying, that's unfair that you got a little lush piece that no one could get to. Could you trim that rock? That's so close to the glass that the algae eaters can't get to it, but the baby snails will be able to when they start reproducing. We also got a couple of different pelleted foods. I want to try to use the automatic feeders. If I'm ever gone for more than 2 weeks, we gotta put some feeders in there. Fish can go a long time without eating, but if you're gone for a while, we should do that, and we'll have it cycling hopefully every 3.5 days, 4.5 days. I want to do it by a half because I want them to be fed in the daytime, then I want them to be fed in the middle of the night the next cycle, so the nocturnal creatures and bottom feeders get a chance, because the goldfish are pigs if it only goes off in the day. If we can't do that, we'll have it programmed where it is only feeding them at night, and the goldfish will just get whatever the scraps left behind.